what we got. And something else that we're not really giving too much or enough attention to is this disastrous SABC bill. And for the people who want to read it, you can go and read it. But what the wayward SABC is planning is that, or the government is to create basically another SABC, a second SABC as a sort of a private commercial company. And a lot of the things where I have issues with in terms of multi-choice and Canal Plus is also the dangers that then await for the SABC if something like the SABC bill is implemented. So yeah, you don't want, yeah. Um, yeah, I think it's just important for people who don't know to go and read what's in that SABC bill and why it's not good for public broadcasting.
Thanks, Tinus. It was raised earlier, and I think everyone in the room is familiar with just what a disastrous bill that is currently. But thank you very much for the timely reminder. Simon, your wrap-up comment.
Thank you. Definitely one of the most challenging panels I've been on. But I think technically we're sitting at in a very precarious position as South Africans, especially as local producers and local content creators. Even the media companies are struggling. We are on an economic downturn, and we cannot deny that that is one of the key factors that is contributing to a lot of the challenges that we're seeing right now. I mean, we spoke about how the deflection rate for SABC is based on poverty. It is a huge thing. I mean, you look into the townships now, everyone's got a DSTV dish, but I mean, you've got a package for what, 60 something right now, 99 right now, everyone can afford it. It's no longer a measure of luxury, it's no longer, we've an eroded middle class. It's one of the huge factors that we're facing that we cannot ignore. And yes, economies of scale come in when you talk about how many eyes can you reach and how many ads can you sell to those eyes. And I think that the more that we can invest collectively into a system so that everybody that benefits from a system and the entire value chain is thriving, or get back onto the onto a bullish trend in terms of people actually making money out of not only their vocation but also their investments as well. It's very, very important for us to work collectively. I don't think that the one that's performing the best in the room should be the devil in the room. And I definitely believe that the one that is sinking does need to be supported very strongly in order for them to come back and become one of the biggest employers, which they used to be, the biggest employers in the television industry itself. So we do need to push to support the SABC more to alleviate the burden on a private sector investor, as well as to build more competition in the market as well, because I think the lack of local competition is also killing our market a bit. But yeah, let me leave it there.
Okay, thank you. Okay, you can give 30 seconds.
So just to say, really appreciate the comments, agree fully on the need for a diverse news environment, a diverse broadcasting environment, and agree, Tinus, that the SABC bill really needs attention. We agree that it's majorly problematic. But just to put this beyond doubt, it's not the French paying the news, Tinus. It's License Co, which, as I've said, is 80% controlled by South Africans, majority black South Africans. The news is carved out to prevent the French having control over License Co. But I appreciate that this is an emotive topic and an interesting one, and I really appreciate it, and I do always enjoy Tinus's pieces, even if on this occasion I think he's got the structure backwards. But I just want to thank you for the panel, and I really hope that if we talk again in a year or 2 years, what we see is that the deal has produced the benefits that we've spoken about for the entire sector, and that multi-choice remains a key contributor to local content. Simon, I really think it's key. And thanks for the support, and thanks for the interesting discussion.
Okay, so thank you. I think we can give a round of applause to our panelists. I mean, it's not surprising that the Competition Commission was swayed by the words of Stephen and the other French gentleman who spoke with outrageously sexy French accents, that they saw fit to go ahead with the deal. I mean, I think in closing, there's some critical things to think about. What we've highlighted today has been the fundamental importance of the SABC, right, on every parameter. its challenges, its threats, how it's been systematically undermined. All of these things are fundamental if we're going to remain a democratic state. You know, the owner of Canal Plus, whether we agree or whether we know enough about Tandeka's allegations, that the allegations against him and the way that he has behaved in many African countries, there's lots of excellent journalism about his behavior that is far beyond that of what we would deem to be vaguely acceptable. And I guess the thing for them is to know that South Africa won't sit down and let them get away with the sort of things that if they think they can get away with them in other places. We'll be keeping a beady eye on what happens at MultiChoice Canal Plus. Certainly we'll be pushing for the sports deals to be made on commercially reasonable terms that favor the public broadcaster, that we get to see more of the sport that we all love and enjoy on free-to-air, as opposed to what it is now, where you see only a few games and the rest of them are on pay-for-view. But ultimately, when we are looking at an era where the information that we received is not defined by the broadcasters, it's increasingly defined by lunatics and the oligarchy and the way that they are structuring their deals. What we think we know, what we think we see, it's up to broadcasters that are bound by particular principles and ethics. We know certainly in our case for SABC, with the best editorial policies for most public broadcasters anywhere in the world, and certainly the other news channels that at least they adhere to good standards of professional ethical journalism, that this is the thing that we need to be fighting for. So to the extent that those are protected, I think that this is an important victory for everyone, and we're going to need to make sure that we keep reminding License Co. or Canal Plus that these things are essential to our identity as South Africans, and if they do think to shutter operations, they're going to face a significant battle from us. With that, I'm giving you back to Simon to do some connecting pieces to the last thingy, I think.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
good.
Put on my other hat, yes.
But we moved to the picture.
Thank you.
so much.
Yeah, so we're going to take a photograph before we proceed to the next one, and then we're going to take a 5-minute break, 10-minute break, or 5-minute break. Let's make it 5 minutes.
Okay.
Tienes, thank you so much. Where is he?
Thank you,
He's
Tienes.
gone.
Oh, he's gone.
Oh, he's gone already.
Thanks so much.
All right, great. 5-minute breaks, everyone.